I want to ask about spiritual study. You said that what I cannot understand and absorb, that's spiritual study.
Right? What you know how to understand and to comprehend is called the corporeal study, because you learn with your mind and your emotion, and that's corporeality.
So the question is
that, first of all, is that clear? What?
no.
Just like in our world, I have my heart, which is called my emotion. I have my mind, which is called my intellect. So I have mind and heart. These two tools enable me to grasp onto different matters, to comprehend them. Some are more intellectually, less emotional. Some are more emotional, less intellectual. For all these discernments, I could say what they evoke in me, in my mind and in my heart. But these are my vessels. They're mine. Just like this structure, which I don't even know what to name it, but in this structure, which is called me, I have my mind and my heart, and what I can grasp in them is called this world. And then that's how I study, that's how I examine things, research things. But what is this research? What is science? Science means what I research in my mind and in my heart. And if it's above my mind and heart, then I don't know what above means. So then I'm told, spirituality is above your mind and heart. Above. If it's above, then I can't grasp it. Right, you can't. So what should I do? It's not that you need to have a bigger heart or a bigger mind. There are people who already have bigger hearts and minds, and they too learn corporeality. The thing is that there are different qualities. You, in your mind and heart, are an egoist. You only comprehend in this software that can receive and that can feel to the extent that it's fulfilled, to the extent that it enjoys it, to the extent that it knows more. That software is called ego. That's how you receive. Your mind and heart works that way. For you it's smaller, for him it's bigger, for the other one it's smaller than you, but it's the same style. And above that doesn't mean greater than you. It's completely incorrect. It means that he's working in a form of bestowal. In a form of bestowal he's working. That the heart works in order to bestow instead of pulling to itself, and the mind works in order to give, to be in bestowal and not in reception, to be in faith and not in reason. Yes.
If I don't understand that,
You don't need to understand that.
so how can I comprehend it?
You can't comprehend it.
But you said that it's spiritual study.
Yes.
And if I want to study spiritually,
Yes.
and I don't understand it, and I don't comprehend it, so
that's exactly spiritual. Because if you could comprehend it in your mind or in your heart or in both of them, then it would be corporeal.
but how can I grasp this study?
You can't. That's why it says only with the remedy, with the sgula of Torah and mitzvot. What does that mean? That if I connect to the others, and I form this new type of connection called bestowal by the light that reforms, then in that same kli, which is bestowal between us, there I can grasp new discernments. Discernments of a new type.
Which I also cannot comprehend.
You will comprehend if you have a new kli.
What does it mean, a new vessel?
No, it means that you connect with the friends, with the forces of bestowal which you don't have, but you will get by the light that reforms, and in that network of connection between you, that you will form it, like the authors of the Zohar, or all the Kabbalists, that's how they studied, that in that network of connection between you, you will start feeling new phenomena. And that will be spirituality. Just like that, according to the law of equivalence of form. That is then considered the spiritual study. That's why it is not the wise who learns, and you don't have to whine about not having a big enough heart or a big enough mind, or it doesn't matter. You can come out of the jungle, knowing nothing or anything. And you could still be a super Kabbalist, because you develop new vessels, completely different ones. You don't need to learn to go to university, you don't need anything for that. What's it written? That the wisdom of Kabbalah doesn't need any previous excel.
Do I have those things at all?
In you?
No, in a person's character. Do those things exist?
In every person. In every person, because we are all a result of the shattering. We've been in that state already. What we're going to discover, we're only discovering it 613 times greater, the revelation of the Creator.